What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dueling ACES for 12/18, 1 week away from Christmas.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dun 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 dun. It's about that time.
Yeah. And then of course we're getting snow right now.
Yeah, and on Christmas Day, it's going to be a whopping 50 degrees.
Yeah, so all this crap we're getting today is going to be melted and gone.
Yeah, Kel said that, oh, yeah, no problem. It's supposed to quit snowing around 10 o'clock. I said, okay.
Now, 10 a.m. tomorrow, I heard.
She saw, well, for us, I guess around 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,
So,
so when I was on 480, they were saying the weather advisory was from 1 p.m. today till 10 a.m. tomorrow.
oh,
And I get to go to Bedford in the morning, so that ought to be fun.
oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, not looking forward to that.
I got something that I saw today, and I said, "Oh, I can't wait to share this with you."
Oh boy.
Have you seen this yet?
Dude, they've got like 90 different versions of this right now.
This is. I thought this was good.
Oh God. There was one that I saw where they think who was it they did it with? I mean, like I said, there's been so many. They've been blowing that guy's. He's been made him viral because they change it to something different every time you see it.
That I thought that one was pretty funny though. It's just like and it was pretty cool because as soon as I started seeing it, I'm going, "Oh, wait a minute, it's got to be a Flacco thing, right?"
Well, they're
Sure.
saying what is it? The new thing that's going to start up soon is the wacko for Flacco.
Uh,
I mean, so,
I like that Pat McAfee is backing it, and
is he?
he's just all about it. And he said, he said the best thing will be is that the Browns have to face the Ravens and turn around and whoop that ass and go ahead and proceed in the playoffs with it.
Right.
And then, just basically giving the Ravens the big FU.
I'm just curious what's. I mean, like, because right now the Ravens already clinched, right, as of last night.
Yeah.
Miami should have had the number one spot, but they blew their load last week against the Titans.
Yeah. And in the meantime, went 30 to nothing yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it's the Jets too, though.
Yeah. Well, that kind of bugs me a little bit too because I mean Sala usually doesn't give up too much. You figure that defense he'd be a little bit better, but
I, they think that I saw something they were saying like what's like with I think it was on that unscripted that's on or not unscripted but the what is it unsportsmanlike that's on in the mornings before Rizzo was even saying that like the Jets are just cursed, like there's no reason this team should be this bad for this many years in a row.
well, let's see who else has been that bad.
Giants since Eli left.
Yeah,
Chargers.
the Raiders. Oh, you think about it, the Raiders they've been the laughing stock.
Well, that's because they keep hiring. They think what they think is the next big thing on the OC, and I'm
Oh,
sorry, but Daniel should have never been a coach as a head coach. Yeah, believe me, as a Carolina, secondary Carolina fan, believe me, I know. And I'm telling you right now, they're kicking themselves in the ass for not taking Stroud, or at least that's what cost Frank Reich his job.
yeah.
You can boot him for that comment.
No, Scott.
Go
I'll say
Ravens.
that, Scott. No, Sanders is a true blue. He is a true Ravens fan, right from
Ugh.
day one. So I'm not holding my buddy against that. Not at all.
Ugh.
Just like poor Mike right now with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, I'm loving that. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure wasn't there a bet that I made with somebody that and I got
Oh,
laughed at?
I know. We're Mr. Sudbury is definitely going to be working that one up here.
See, yeah, I got laughed at.
Yeah, you did. And speaking of that, this little incident occurred yesterday.
Dude, I can't get over that. Like, how do you even go to hit a dude like that?
I mean, I'm going to mute that sound effect back. That just watching the way that his neck kind of like does one of those weird, like cartoon moves.
Well, I saw something on Facebook today where they actually paused it as he made the connection, and you could see the contortion of his body, and they had it spun around so it was like a side angle, and it was ridiculous. That he wasn't hurt worse than just a concussion.
As I watched it live as it happened, and I mean, you see Tomlin, he's not even arguing it at all.
No, he knows.
He knew darn well and outright.
Well, and then it's
amazing that he got up and he walked.
And then I think it's funny that Steeler fans want to be like, "Oh, Browns fans got to find something to cry about." No, dude, it was a disgusting hit. I would have said the same thing if it would have been Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit, or one of our other corners that would have hit him. I'd have said the same thing. That was a dirty hit.
Well, and the biggest problem again is leading down with the helmet, and you are taught USA football. You have been taught right out of the gate for almost 15, I want to say it's over 15 years right now. It's been over 15 years. You are taught it is heads up.
Yeah.
That is not heads up. That is head down.
He's lowering it.
He is lowering it immediately, dropping his head. And of course, what's he thinking he's going to do? He's thinking he's going to dislodge this. He can no longer see what he is going to do. Right now, he's down at the field, and all he can see pretty much at that angle is that white stripe yard line.
So at that point, they're both defenseless.
Yeah. Because he's literally right in the air.
Like
that is right in the air.
No offense, but Pittman's probably thinking, "Oh shit."
Well, yeah, and this is if Jerry Rice, Wayne Corbett,
any of the guys who go across the middle,
Torrey Holt. I mean, geez, it's a laundry list. I mean, Jerry Rice, you think about it, Jerry Rice survived that big time era of living across the middle.
Yeah. Can't do that nowadays, though. It's a different game.
Yeah. And it's right now, could you
What's up, Shano?
If he would have been able to, if he would have been playing nowadays, what more could Jerry Rice have done in today's game? How much more on the yards after catch? I mean, it would have been sick.
Yeah.
It would have been truly, truly sick. I mean, and of course, that's Kazi, by the way, Scott, who made that hit. And he has been suspended for the rest of the season.
Where was he from? Jacksonville? Or Houston? Houston.
I was going to say.
I think it's Houston.
I was not sure where they acquired him from.
I want to say it was Houston.
He's been suspended for the final 3 games of the regular season without pay for repeated violations of the rules meant to protect the health and safety of the players. So
that's the second player that was suspended because the one from Denver got it too.
Yeah, apparently this is not his first rodeo. Tomlin even said after the game the ejection came from New York. I mean, I knew it right away. When I saw that live, I immediately knew this dude's out. He's gone. I mean, it was not, when Tomlin says, "Oh, the ejection came from New York," dude, it didn't need to come from New York. That crew wasted no time, and Pittman was still on the ground when he announced that ejection. He
as it
announced
should have been.
quicker. They knew what they were doing. They knew they were ejecting him. That one line judge was right there when it happened. He threw that flag immediately. That's
As
the
he should, I mean, that's
fastest
just,
I've ever seen a flag pop out.
I mean, what was that? What's the term they like to use? Egregious.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard them say that.
You cannot put your head down. I mean, that could have been bad the other way around too.
Well, the thing that gets me is that these guys like they want to get like they in that situation where Casey or whatever does that, and then after the game he wants to whine and cry. And it's like, well, what do you want me to do then? Like I get their argument, like but use your shoulder, use this or that. But it's like quit headhunting too.
Put your head down. Do not put your head down.
Big one for that is play for the Browns. Denzel Ward. He's notorious for doing that. And how many concussions has he had?
Right. It's like, hey, genius. Guess what? Don't put your head down. Putting your head down will get you killed. And they just don't see it that way.
No.
I'm sorry. We are not that far removed from Ryan Shazier.
No.
We are not.
And he's lucky he's even walking again.
Yes. And everybody should be taking that as the big example of, hello, this is why you do not lead with your head. 100%.
What was it? I think the one that started it all that I remember was what, Mike Utley in Detroit?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like I said, we're not that far removed from Shazier, and everybody's just like, we're just moving right along. It's like, no, these guys just still don't get it.
No.
They really don't. The NFL refs are getting cold.
I don't even think they should get that.
Oh, geez. You're being kind. What we've ever since the Chiefs offense offsides, I've seen 4 more.
I saw 3 yesterday.
3 yesterday.
3 yesterday. Alone. It's like, wow, all of a sudden, hey.
And one in the bowl game on Saturday night.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How about how Myles Garrett comes out and complains about the refs last week and doesn't get it? There's not one single holding call on the Bears this week.
I've always said that the NFL referees should not be a private officiating group. They should be contracted by the NFL. You shouldn't be able to be a lawyer during the week and then a ref on Sunday. Your job should be that. You should be a referee.
Study film during the week and then back at it on Sunday.
Correct.
Saturday.
And I'm all for that. I am 100% all for that. As a kid growing up, I told my mom, I said, I would love to have that job. And she's like, well, they don't have that as a full-time job. I'm like, well, they should.
You should. And I think
the NBA, they are.
They also officiate college. NBA referees officiate college too, I think.
No.
I don't think there's two separate entities.
Yeah, they're 2 separate entities. The NBA guys, that is their official job. That the NBA's.
I don't care if you're an NFL official and like you want to go officiate a high school football game on a Friday night, or go officiate a college game on a Saturday, but like
staying fresh that way.
Yeah, but if you're an official, you're an official. You're not a lawyer Monday through Thursday, or a judge, or a contractor, or whatever. Like Ed Hockley was a lawyer and then a judge, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the neat things to find out about him. And he was very, very good at his job.
I've read about him as a judge, and I've heard everybody said he was very fair. He's one of the officials that I never really had a problem with. Jerome Boger, on the other hand.
I'm forgetting my refs all of a sudden.
Listen, I think the given the business guy, though, that he needs to be the head of NFL officiating. Number 67, who's giving him the business. Adam stuck. Adam froze.
Oh no. Boy, that North Ridgeville internet's gotta suck. They must have transferred mine to his. Yeah, and oops, yep, he reboot. Johnny Greer, the first black NFL official. He was really good too.
I was watching that, so
I couldn't remember his last name. I knew it was Johnny. I was like, all right, what's his last name?
Like I told you in the chat, Saturday night's a little blurry. I remember going to my mom's. Don't remember much after getting home or getting home.
Oh, we were like I said, we were just talking about the how bad things are falling apart for Pittsburgh, and then covered that hit.
Anything. We had a very lazy day yesterday at my house. Like nobody woke up before 11:30 or did anything before 11:30, and I didn't leave my house all day yesterday. And then we had D&D yesterday evening, but I tuned into that game about midway through the second quarter when the Bears finally scored the first points of the game. And it was an atrocious game up until the fourth quarter. And I was amazed at how badly the refs were blowing calls on both sides. I mean, there was the touchdown, the first touchdown that the Bears had, when Garrett flushed Fields out. You could see the full-on grip around the neck and on the jersey around Garrett's throat. And I'm like, why is that not a holding call?
Yeah, because he was talking about the refs, and that was the big issue.
And that to me, if you are, because they have officiating meetings on Mondays after the games, right? And even after the games in the locker room, they have to go through that like scorecard of how they did. If it's pointed out on the TV broadcast of a call you missed, you should get fined. And the fine should increase exponentially. Like you miss a hold, like a blatant hold, $5,000. You miss a blatant offsides, you equate it to the yards, $10,000. You miss a PI call, that's $15,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's why they get, they're taking it now, is that it's just not the crews, but now they've literally put it to each person on the crew and what their individual grades are now. Not just, the whole crew, because you can have a line judge who's been dead on, but say the back judge has totally been screwing up, and it's like that one is screwing out the whole.
But that's what I mean. You find the individual person.
Yeah. And you're going to find yourself, and you're going to put yourself a really solid crew that knows what they're doing. And like you said, you're watching film during the week. You're not doing anything else, and you're ready to go for Sunday. Or in this case, Saturday or Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But I mean, at least you're ready to go.
But you should be. And I think they should be allowed to referee college football games. Now, here's the thing. The book in college is similar to that in the NFL. It's a little different, but like
there's about 20 different major rules. Just like, for example, the 1 foot inbounds. I think the NFL needs to adapt that.
The NFL should have, I I think you need to go through the college rule book and the NFL rule book and make them almost the same.
I agree, because all you're doing is messing with the kids in the college level, and then once they get to the pro level, I mean, for example, it's like, well, if you fall down, nobody touched you, oh, you're down. In college,
Right.
once you're down, that's it, you're down. It's like, no, that's not what happens when you get to the next level. And you've seen a lot of those guys when they get up there, they're down and they're just like, oh yeah, that's right, wait a minute, I can get back up. And you see the light bulb go off, but it's like, well, if they knew that right from the word go, they could have probably scored.
So I think if you go down and you have 3 points of contact, down. Ball, hand, knee, down. I don't care if nobody touched you. You're down.
See, I don't think so. I think you need to be tackled by somebody else to be down.
That's a semantic gray area that we could debate for hours and hours on end. But my thing is like some of those plays, you see a guy, bust through the hole, trip up on his own 2 feet, and he goes face first down. And there's a horde of defensive linemen around him or defensive players around him. Why are you going to jeopardize that individual by telling him he's not down yet and giving him the opportunity to probably get leveled when he gets up? Man, just blow the whistle, blow it dead.
Well, that also happened in the Jags game last night. And
that was an abysmal game too.
Yeah, the guy was down and he was gonna start to get up, but he stayed down. And the other guy comes in and went and swatted at the ball, but made the contact first. And then he swatted out the ball, and they thought that they had a fumble on their hands. And I was like, nope, sorry.
How about Jacksonville screwing themselves to the point now they're in a 3-way tie for first?
That they looked really out of sorts until Trevor. If Trevor could, it's like Trevor had another 2 seconds really to keep throwing long darts. He was good to go for the long darts. Because they were even saying, shoot, he was 3 for 5 on the 20 plus yesterday, had 129 yards out of that with the touchdown. I was like, yeah, keep setting him up for long passes. Screw this check down stuff. Just throw the damn ball.
I feel bad for the Ravens. They can't keep a healthy running back to save their life.
Well, yeah, now they're in that situation again. Right now, Trevor's in concussion protocol.
Again?
Yep. Last night they turned around and after the game was over, they evaluated him and they put him into a concussion protocol check. It's going to really, I think we'll know more by Thursday what that looks like. Shoot, everybody's still waiting to see I know everybody's waiting to see what CJ Stroud's situation is going to be. I personally think that Houston kept him out this week
for this game,
waiting for this game, which isn't a bad thing. I think it was pretty much a smart thing. I mean, if you're going to do it.
And do it as a home game.
Yep. And I mean, the Texans won. They still won.
Yeah,
they pulled it out. They pulled it out, but hey, it is what it is. It's a win. And the Titans are out.
Yeah, but there's only, 3 teams that are out? The Titans, the Jets, and Patriots.
Now we can talk about how the Bengals almost screwed themselves on Saturday.
Ooh.
That Browning dude is something else, ain't he?
I'm telling you. That guy, I mean, hey, I'm just hoping, like I said last week, I just hope it's not a Scott Mitchell situation. just keep your butt there. You know you're solid as a backup. You know what you can do, and just keep doing it.
Listen,
And
that game was like the old high school cheer. It was UGLY. It ain't got no alibi.
The Saturday games, I mean, we knew they were going to be ugly. I mean, hey, there's a legacy.
Yeah, I came out this morning in the truck, and everybody's in the truck now.
It's too cold outside, huh?
Well, dude, my truck is covered right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's snowing that bad in Ridgeville.
Well, you can keep it.
I don't want it. I'll gladly give some to you or to the east siders.
We've got like an inch and a half.
Do you?
You all can keep it. Yeah, Scott, I saw your post on Facebook that you were at that game on Saturday. I'm sure that place was going bananas. That was a good game. Now I just hope they can keep that up against Minnesota this week. All they've got to do is just knock Minnesota off, and in Lake Flynn, no problem.
Well, the Browns, so correct me if I'm wrong. The Browns have no divisional games left, right?
Cincinnati.
Last week of the season.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's my truck.
Dang. Yeah, you
And
can. Yeah, you can keep that.
Yeah, I don't want it. It's icky.
Yeah, the Browns still have Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh actually plays
Baltimore. And Cincinnati both. They play Cincinnati this week, and then they play Baltimore
this
tonight.
right. Yep, they got Cincinnati this week. And if Cincinnati beats them this week, good night, Gracie. Good night, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't even. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Well, if Cincinnati beats them, they're out.
Good.
They'll be eliminated. If Cincinnati beats them, they're eliminated. Where is? Oh, let me pull that up real fast here. Come on. Yeah, the bubble teams, the Texans and the Bills are 8-6. They got the first crack. Steelers, Broncos are next. The Broncos play the Patriots.
Well, yeah, they keep advertising for the special Saturday night. Like nobody wants to watch that crap.
Right? Hey, Marcy, how are you? How you doing? We're
Been a while
doing
since I've
all
heard
right.
that.
Yeah, we're hanging in. Hopefully you guys are too. I know Seattle's got a big game going on right now. They got their hands full. What's up with the Lions having to play the Vikings? Hey, Scott, that's just the way that the NFL decided to screw them. That's all.
Yeah.
They want to make it interesting. Very interesting. And speaking of which,
Now we're all set.
Eggnog?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you have enough Saturday?
No.
So the Rams, Vikings, and Bucks all at 7-7. The Saints are at 7-7, and if the Seahawks win, they'll be at 7-7, and making it a serious ugly mess. For that four spot. It shows 4, 6, and 7 because, of course, the Cowboys turned around and got in.
Well, what started me off Saturday, Adam, was the grog.
Okay.
Rum, water, brown sugar, and lemon juice.
Lime juice.
Or
Oh,
lime juice.
Oh God.
Oh, it's very good.
It just doesn't sound like it would be though.
yeah.
It's like 1 cup rum, 2 cups water, half a thing of brown sugar, and then like half a cup of lime juice. And you just mix it. It's pretty good. It's really good over ice. It's a good slow drink because you can't really taste the rum.
Right.
Uh-oh.
But you start drinking it a lot, and then you get the wiggle legs when you stand up. And then you put grog on, or you put eggnog on top of it, and then by the end of the night, you think you're a wizard.
Scott, it's only 7-0. It's first quarter.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts already with a touchdown.
Yeah, the 49ers are in a good spot, but until they win the whole stinking thing, mission's far from being accomplished.
I think the Ravens are trailing off, to be honest with you.
You think?
Yes. I think watching them against the Jags last night, who are not a better team, but they are definitely a comparable team. I don't think the Jags could get out of their own way. And the Ravens defense does what the Ravens defense always does, and just not that they're dirty players, but they play that dirty, aggressive style of defense.
And he gets Scott going.
You got Sanders going, oh man.
And so I think that with 3 weeks left in the season, they're going to have the bye, probably. But if they falter the next 3 weeks, you could run into a situation where if the Browns went out, they might. If the Ravens fall back, the Browns come up, man, you could have a situation where the Browns end up winning the division.
Yeah, they had to lose. I mean, I know they got the 49ers and Dolphins, and then the Steelers. They'd have to lose all three, and I don't see that happening.
The Browns could win all three. The Ravens could lose 2 out of the 3, and then we're at a situation tiebreakers.
And the
We
Browns
both
hold the tiebreaker.
What's that?
The Browns hold the win on the tiebreaker.
And they're split. They're 1-1.
No. If there was a tie, they had already said it earlier yesterday. If the Browns and the Ravens had tied, the Browns own the tiebreaker. Even though there's
the conference.
Right.
I think
we got Scott going now.
Because we beat the Colts and they lost to the Colts at home.
Right.
So they lost to us, the Colts, and who's their third loss?
Hang on.
Pittsburgh.
Did they lose to Pittsburgh or the Bengals?
Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Because it was an ugly game, like 17-14 or 17-10 or something like that.
In the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, Durkin, how you doing there, buddy?
Of course, he's going to come and run his mouth just because the Lions got already, pretty much clinched their spot.
Well, not yet. I mean, if the Seahawks win, the Lions still don't clinch because the Seahawks hold a win.
Well, it's the first 2 spots in the playoffs get to buy into the second round, right? Into the divisional round.
Only the
first one.
Only the number 1 overall. It's only
there's 6 playoff spots.
7. That changed 2 years ago. There's 7 now.
There's 3 wild card teams.
Yep.
Cut it down to 6. Give the first 2 the buy into the second round.
No, The
Yes.
NFL, no, the NFL wants to make more money.
You make more
It's all
money by less games.
The NFL
We all
wants to make more money. It doesn't work that way. They
You
found
make
out they
more
can make
money.
more money.
You'd make more money with less games.
No, that's not how the NFL sees it. Gotta love the NFL.
What lock is that?
Indian Deathlock.
Yep. So the Ravens have at San Francisco, then Miami and Pittsburgh in Baltimore.
You can certainly lose to San Francisco. You can certainly lose to Miami. And all bets are off for Pittsburgh because Tomlin might be out the door at that point, doesn't care.
See, they brought that up on ESPN Extra this morning too, and I have to agree. I don't think so. Bruiser, you actually brought it up earlier on in the season when we had actually started talking about that. And your argument even was he never had a losing season.
Correct.
And he's never had under a 500 season. And
He might.
the argument still was by one of the guys this morning even said this isn't, like those other teams, and we know who he was talking about, that turn around and keep changing their coaches every other year or every year.
It's been 4 years with the same coach for the Browns, and we've been doing all right.
But we knew who he was talking about.
I don't think it was just the Browns, though. I think he was referring to a number of teams. Like you could look at the Texans,
but
you could look at the Broncos, the Bears.
But specifically, Cleveland's been one to turn around and change 3 head coaches in 3 years. So, yeah, we're still tagged with that nightmare, just as bad as we are with the beer bottle incident from the Jags game.
The refs brought that on themselves.
So,
you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a bottle.
So I don't think so. I don't think Tomlin.
Hey, you guys argued with me that Billy Belichick wasn't going to leave the Patriots, and I also said that one too.
I didn't argue with you.
We just didn't think that was going to be an ordeal because he's got control of everything. But I mean, hey, if that's what you're going to do, I mean, I'd still like to know how this is going to go down because, okay, you're going to leave. So does that make you open to going to another team? And then if so, does New England have like the quote unquote, like a trade right thing? Like they had traded the coaches stuff before. So is that kind of the way that this exit's going to go of, hey, we still hold your rights. So if you do decide to go someplace else, so-and-so is going to give us whatever compensation.
I don't think so.
Or is he done?
I think it's a clean break from the Patriots, but I will say this. And this is far-fetched. But it's far-fetched, but I can see it happening. I can see him going to Alabama or Iowa and joining one of his former proteges in a coordinator role. Where he doesn't listen, where he gets, because he's a defensive genius. And you put him in that role where he doesn't have to worry about recruiting. He doesn't have to worry about the media availability. He doesn't have to worry about NFL contracts, all of that stuff. And he can just go and do his thing. You put him at Alabama, right? 6-time Super Bowl champion Bill Belichick, defensive coordinator. 9-time NFL or 9-time college football champion head coach Nick Saban. And the pedigree that coaching staff could have, because Saban was under Belichick at the start, and went to Cleveland and Michigan State, and from there went on to do what he did. That is,
And that's kind of what I was thinking too.
that is look. You're willing to do things for your friends that you're not willing to do for other people. I could see him. I could see him. Not that he would do it. I'm not saying he would.
Right.
I'm saying he'd be willing to.
Yeah.
I just don't see him going to college. That'd be weird.
But you know what? When you know that you don't have to deal with a bunch of divas in a locker room that are whining about, their bonus contract, blah, blah, blah. And you're dealing with kids who want to learn. And especially when you see who you are going to go learn from, you will sit there, shut up, and you'll listen.
I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think. I predicted. I'm still sticking with I think he's going to Washington. But how weird would it be to see him go to Pittsburgh?
I don't think he would go to Pittsburgh, and I honestly don't think he's going to Washington.
I think it was San Diego.
I don't think
the GM and the head coach.
Positions. With his track record without Tom Brady for the past few years, I do not think he gets another GM and coach position. Because
too bad Brady's got his thing with the Raiders. You can say have Billy be the coach and Brady be the GM.
I think when he leaves New England, if he does not go coach somewhere in college with one of his friends, he sits out for at least a year.
And then he'll be dead.
I think he'll sit out for a year because I think he'll wait for a opportunity that's like one of those that's almost right there, where the last piece that they need is a consistent head coach. Chicago, Minnesota.
If Chicago decides to get rid of Eberflus, that's going to be a great job considering you have the 2 top 5 picks or whatever it is.
I don't think they're getting rid of Eberflus.
Here's your other ordeal. Billy turns 72 in April. You're going to tell me he'll sit a year? That'll put him at 73? When he's
Look, how old was Don Shula when Don Shula stopped coaching?
75?
Hang on.
Hell, Jimmy Johnson looked 80 when he stopped coaching.
66. Shula was 66 when he left.
He looked a lot older.
That's what coaching will do to you. I mean, look at Tom Landry. When Tom Landry retired, you thought that dude was 120.
Look at Lombardi from the Packers, or Sam Hunt.
But I'm saying, you take 2 solid old guys, and yeah, you never thought that Shula was only 66 when he left.
I don't. Is Belichick going down to Alabama or over to Iowa or to Texas or anywhere else kind of like a pipe dream? Yeah. Could I see it happening if the absolute 100% right circumstances happened?
Who the hell is this guy?
He's just a Michigan hater because, he's one of those ones that, you guys beat us all the time, but now you got to win a ball game, and then you can talk shit.
Jesus.
Is that an Ohio State fan?
You can say he's almost on the fanboy status because anything we do is never good enough, as for Michigan.
So he's just an anti-Michigan guy.
When was the last time? When was the last time Ohio State won a college football championship? Almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, and then of course they'll say it's been back in the leather helmet days for us. So that's just an argument I don't even get into.
I mean, we did the math, right? And I put it up there. They've been outscored by almost 50 points in just the CFP era alone. And
I think it's funny.
It doesn't matter. Scoreboards don't matter.
David,
Oh, no, you didn't.
I told you.
Jesus.
Didn't I call it? I told you that's what he.
Oh, no, he didn't. David, it was nice knowing you, dude. Ciao. Adios.
And I've already said, I'm telling you guys this right now. Do not let Michigan. The worst thing that could happen for Ohio State fans in Ohio right now that are my friends is for Michigan to win it all, because I am going to be the biggest a-hole, and I am going to be posting stuff daily to the point they're going to want to delete me.
Let's see. Texas's last national championship that they won was, of course, against USC in the Rose Bowl. The last one that they were in was against Alabama, and that's when Colt McCoy got hurt.
And they don't like to count Michigan because in '97 because we had to share it with Nebraska. So
That's
it's only
a
a half.
national champion. Look, how many? Hey, Miami in their 80s and 90s shared a couple of national championships.
And I just think it's funny how everybody thinks that Alabama's just going to steamroll it. I don't see it.
I mean,
They do that.
We already said that they're not going to win.
And the last time Texas lost a bowl game was 10 years ago. Lost a bowl game.
Yeah, we can't even win one of those. I think Harbaugh's got. If he loses this game against Bama, I think that puts him as the worst record of a head coach in a bowl game.
And we have a better bowl record than Ohio State University. So keep talking. I'll bury you with facts.
No, I get a lot of crap about that. Oh, you beat us, that's fine. You win the Big Ten championship, that's fine. Now win a bowl game. That's their next argument now.
I'll beat you with facts. I don't care.
Looks like Zol's check must not have cleared yet because he's still not here.
Bruiser, you don't want to go there.
What? I don't want to go where?
Your facts are wrong. Texas has only won 4. Ohio State's got 8
What, bowl wins or championships?
championships.
Oh, championships, yeah.
I didn't say we had more championships than Ohio State.
I'm saying bowl wins.
I said we had more bowl wins.
Oh, yes, that is true.
We have a better bowl record than Ohio State. We're 31-25-2.
Ohio State, and the big, I mean, not just saying this isn't just for Ohio State, but Ohio State's record versus the SEC isn't very good either. I don't think anybody's in the Big Ten is.
I was going to say, I don't think any of the Big Tens is. The Big Tens always had a problem versus the SEC. Always have. Oh, Lord. So,
We have
before
Texas.
we were rudely derailed.
Hold on. Texas's overall record against the current SEC as it stands is 191, 94, and 9. So again, Mr. Ohio State fan.
No, he's just anti-Michigan.
Well, anti-anything that's not Ohio State.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, because Bruiser's a Texas fan. He had to loop them together.
I don't recall punching his card. Is he a bandwagoner?
He's not as bad as the other one and the other ones. He can be, but he kind of stays quiet to a certain point. But
And I will say, and these two gentlemen on this call can attest to it, I do not brag about Texas.
Nope, you never have.
In fact,
you are a supporter.
In fact, I go into every weekend going, oh, God, how are we going to lose this one?
Well, and how pissed are they going to be if it's Michigan and Texas in the championship?
I can't
I
wait.
said I called that. I said I called it. I know that.
can't.
And you know what? And I know that secretly, you know that the committee wants that too.
I
Because
can't
you know
wait.
that
because
will be the best game.
I cannot wait for Xavier Worthy to catch a 70-yard bomb from Quinn Ewers to see.
I think it ended on that play since you've been talking all that shit about McCaffrey breaking a leg and tearing his ACL. It'd be worth it if it tear it on that 70-yard touchdown. Karma.
He catches that touchdown, seals the national championship with seconds left.
Oh, that would suck.
And then,
Yeah, because
then I can come on here the following week and just be like, hey, how about that transfer portal?
that's the week I take off. New number. Who this?
I don't.
Where is?
If that were to actually happen, I think that's the only way I would be like a real braggart about it. But it'd be one of those needle pokes of just like.
If it's a good game, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather lose in a close game than get blown out like TCU did last year.
If Texas and Michigan play, I don't think it'll be a blowout because I think Texas has the offense to keep the Michigan defense at bay. Like Michigan defense has strength and speed, but they're not. I think Texas's wide receivers are better than
Our corners.
Better than your corners. At least the route running is more.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
don't
I
know.
mean?
Will Johnson versus Worthy would be a badass matchup, though.
I mean, Texas has got to get past Washington first.
Yeah, and we got to get past the Roll Tide.
You've got to get past Alabama with 6 weeks to prepare.
I know, that's what I hate. Advantage saving.
For sure.
Well, I do like that. I know, and just because everybody, I keep trying to tell people that Harbaugh's not going to the NFL, is they had their award ceremony last night, and Jim Harbaugh asked the seniors about coming back next year, that he hopes they all come back. And when he asked JJ about if JJ wanted to if he was thinking about going to the NFL, if he was coming back, JJ, and this is what I love, is that JJ said, I'm not worried about that right now. All I'm worried about is Alabama.
That's smart.
Don't look ahead. This is what's in front of us. Let's get ahead of this first. Let's worry about that, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I think that was the lesson that Michigan learned last year, was that they beat Ohio State and were looking at the road to the national championship, right?
They were going in cocky.
Like they were like, we're beating Ohio State. We won the Big Ten title. We're looking ahead to the national championship because whoever you put in front of us, we're going to beat.
They wanted Georgia, and they overlooked TCU in the process.
And then you got TCU. And you got spanked by TCU.
And they haven't done shit.
It was a closer game, but it was not a close game.
We had to fight back to even make it close.
But yeah, I'm looking at. I got to watch a little bit of the bowl game Saturday night. I'm looking forward to watching bowl games this coming weekend and this coming week because there's a couple on during the week, I think.
Yeah, Ohio State, Missouri next week. But,
well, that's next week.
Yeah, I don't even know who's playing. I haven't even paid attention to the bowl. I know. I saw the thing today about Western Kentucky coming back from 35-0 to beat Old Dominion or whatever.
Yeah, they did. I am looking forward to Liberty University in Oregon because I want to see how bad Liberty University get boat raced.
Or do they pull the Boise State Oklahoma game and upset?
They're not nearly as talented as Boise State was on that team.
Oh, damn.
What?
Scott.
Yeah. Because his Rudy was going off about the Ravens.
Talking about his Ravens. That's it. He's getting on you now.
They very well could, Scott. They very well could. And you know what happens? I won't be upset because you know why? We've been in the dregs for the last 10 years, and we now have a decent offense and a decent head coach, and we're moving away from the Big 12, and now we get to have to play defense, which I've been screaming about for the last 10 years, the last 3 specifically. Very well could.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I mean, I know that I was looking at the schedule. Alabama actually plays, is it at Wisconsin, or is it just a neutral site and Wisconsin's the home team next year?
I believe it is. I believe it is at Wisconsin,
which is weird because normally they don't come north like that. It's always Saban's always like neutral site.
Well, he played Texas at home and home.
Yeah.
I take that back. The Texas home game was in Dallas at the
Cotton Bowl.
At Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah,
but that's just because they could put more. They could put a bunch of people in it.
Yeah, it says Bama will go to Camp Randall, and then the Badgers will go to Tuscaloosa.
Man,
wow.
I kind of want to travel up to Camp Randall for that game. I'm not even going to lie.
Like September. Look, you can't. Well, if you're trying to go to Michigan, Texas, that's the week after Michigan, Texas.
Oh well.
Yeah, money wise, like.
Yeah. I think I said it. I said it this year after Texas beat Alabama, and I said it the show we did after the playoffs or after the championships and then the playoffs were announced. Starting next year, you're going to see a lot more big team matchups because going undefeated is going to get harder and harder, especially with a 12-team playoff field now where strength of schedule is actually going to matter.
Yeah, here's the thing. What are we going to be arguing about? Who's the best 3-loss team now?
I don't care about arguing who the best number of loss team is. I want to see the best teams in the playoffs. And if you are 9-4 and you played teams like Wisconsin and Ohio State and Alabama and Miami and Texas and Oklahoma, plus your conference schedule, you know what I mean?
Well, look at Michigan's schedule.
There's some heavy hitters on Michigan's schedule next year. And that's the way it should be. That's the way.
I'm excited for Christmas to a point. I'm ready for this bowl game. Like I want to get to this bowl game and hopefully we can beat Bama.
I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for New Year's. And then I'm ready to start counting down to race season because the end of January is the 24 hours of Daytona, and it's the Clash at the Coliseum and the Super Bowl, and then it's 2 weeks until Daytona 500. And then I know spring's coming.
Right. Yeah, look at this schedule. And Fresno State's never usually a slouch either. They've had some good seasons.
They're not a slouch. They're just in a bad conference.
Right. And see, I'm kind of pissed because I know I want to go to the Texas game, and then I see USC coming here. Or no, we go to there, don't we?
Oh,
no,
all 5 of these are all home games for you.
I think the only one we got to go on the road to is Washington.
Yeah, you're at Washington, at Illinois.
But big games, the only big road game we have would be Washington and Ohio State.
You're not going to Penn State next year?
We don't even have Penn State on the schedule.
Oh, my.
On the schedule. Oregon's on the schedule.
I'm glad I could pop in time for the planning of the back-to-back national championship.
Got to get past Texas first, buddy.
I knew that was.
I'm not worried about Archie. Not this year.
Welcome in, Zolt. How the hell are you, sir?
Listen, he's entering the transfer portal and going to Ohio State anyway.
Marcy said I'm ready for it to be over, meaning Christmas and New Year's.
I just want to get into this bowl game. That's all I'm stressed. I just want to beat Bama.
I thought Archie was transferring to Iowa.
That too. The one I heard yesterday was that he was going to transfer to Georgia now.
Oh, of course.
I mean, he could be like Kyle McCord and go to Syracuse. I mean, who saw that coming?
Okay.
I honestly don't think that's a bad move for him.
Yeah.
Syracuse traditionally has had good wide receivers and a decent offense. They've just had crap teams.
All right, George, carry on with what you want. I know we got sidetracked with all the college.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Dave. He's now banned from the show.
What the hell did I do?
What did
I'm
Dave
sorry.
say?
I'm sorry I showed up.
The bandwagoneer is just
Madison.
kind of.
Was he talking junk?
No, that's the one.
I'm not acknowledging him.
Oh, send it to me. I want to see. I won't acknowledge it, but I want to see it.
He's still there.
And see, I'm using my phone, so I can't get on Facebook.
He has derailed my show, and I'm pissed off about it. So
He didn't derail the show.
yes, he did.
He gave us good arguments. All right, I mean topics. Sorry, topics.
Is it possible to derail this show?
Never.
The show does not have rails.
And then you act like you're the host.
We try to get on the damn rails, but
You act like you're a host. You are a special guest here. The host just joined us.
oh, well, whatever.
Don't do that. I was gonna say but you got to bring that back quick.
That's what she said.
My mouse was up at the X, like it was close.
Oh, I'm getting quicker with it. I actually had somebody go, are you ready for this? This awesome touchdown. We are about to turn around and just catch this clip here. I was told that Mr. Odell Beckham's one-hander was better than this. And I'm sorry, but I think this supersedes Odell's.
I agree that Odell's one-handed catch was better than that.
I'm sorry.
I would say it was a better catch. This is better body control. That's for damn sure.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that
The
argument.
body control there is just amazing. I don't know how that's even possible.
Well, okay, then let's grade it as the overall play, which is better.
I think
this was a touchdown.
that
Yeah.
was a touchdown. Well, Odell's one-handed catch in that was a Super Bowl touchdown, wasn't it?
No, it was a regular season. No. Odell, no.
I'm just going to go and say Odell for the simple fact because I haven't started this idiot in months, and he goes and he decides he gets 2 touchdowns on Saturday when he's sitting on my bench.
Well, whose fault is that? His or yours?
I'm just
He's done nothing all year.
I'm just watching that. How the hell at the end of that play do you not have like 3 discs out of place?
Or
Yeah.
or
Dude,
tear a hip flexor.
Something.
yeah, you're tearing. So, I mean, that is the wildest chiropractic adjustment I've ever seen.
Oh.
I mean, because you are being literally contorted. I mean,
I'm not going to lie. Watching that, my sciatic nerve just started flaring up.
yeah. When I saw it, I'm sitting there going, "How in the?" And I mean, this is where I was like, "Well, wait a second. He was out of bounds." But
Sure, no, he was out.
where his feet are still in, but where his body is getting contorted, he's already out of bounds. So over the pylon, it's like if you went to look at a camera view that was directly over, he's out of bounds. So how could you have really called that a touchdown? But they're saying in that slow motion that when you brought it right there, that his arm would have been literally over the pylon. So that counts as being. It's an amazing, just one amazing touchdown. But I thought for sure he was out of bounds.
So the argument watching the game, because I watched that game while the turkey was finishing up Saturday. The argument.
This is pre-eggnog, right?
Oh yeah. That was before I became a wizard. What was even more amazing was that my truck was in the driveway.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That is a very cool trick, my friend.
Teleported the whole thing.
I was gonna say that's a pretty good trick.
Um,
I like Marcy's Matrix. Yep, that's exactly what that looked like. We'll give you know what, Marcy, you've named it. We send that, tweet that over to T. Higgins. T. Higgins has now been involved into the Matrix.
the argument of the commentators and is that Gene Status that comes on there? They don't have an overhead camera angle, so you could not immediately tell if the ball was out of bounds before it crossed the pylon.
Right. Like I said, you see where his arm, you saw even the shadow, the whole shadow as it was coming before and after, coming over that pylon section. And then his arm comes down on the other side of the pylon.
Right.
So that's what gave it the
argument is he dragging it over the pylon and the ball is already out of bounds, like it's already crossed the plane out of bounds, and that's why it stood as a touchdown, is because they couldn't get the concrete evidence of if the ball was out of bounds or not. That was amazing body control. The catch was good, right?
I mean, he had to come back for that thing.
He came back for it. He got both feet down. He stayed in bounds. It was amazing awareness and amazing body control.
Yeah,
to know that you're
out of bounds, and then he's getting twisted.
Well, it's not even the out of bounds. To know right where you are at the corner of the end zone, and reach and go for it. And to hold on to the ball, because if that ball pops out of his hand and just scoots over and goes out of bounds, well, that's a touchback for the other team.
It was impressive as hell. Marcy said, like she said, it's some Matrix shit. Yep. 100%.
Well, Zolt's here. Should we do the injury report?
Jesus, that's a laundry
Good
list.
God.
He's like, I didn't.
Is it the who's not hurt this week report?
Pretty much.
Could. Hang on.
I mean, we brought up already about Trevor Lawrence being put into concussion protocol after the game was over.
Lawrence is in it. Zach Wilson's in it.
Wasn't Tommy Cutlets?
Perhaps. I think that was more along the lines of he couldn't remember his own nickname. Will Levis has a high ankle sprain.
Which I thought that was a lot worse the way they acted on the
I
broadcast.
thought that was a lot worse too, because they refused to show the replay.
Have we hit? So there are 32 teams in the NFL.
Correct.
Have we hit 64 starting quarterbacks yet?
No, it was 57 or 58. 57.
We're at 57 right now.
So it's getting close, man. 3 weeks to go.
We're getting
and
there.
How about, and the two that have played every game this season is Lamar Jackson and Tua.
Yeah, but guess what? We do have 58 coming this week. Mason Rudolph has been announced as the starter for the Steelers this week against Cincinnati. That will be 58.
I'm waiting for the meme of Mason Rudolph pulling the sleigh with the Steelers logo.
Oh, Jesus.
You know it's coming.
Justin,
Rudolph starting for Christmas, man.
Christmas Eve, anyway, right?
Yeah. 23rd, I think, is when they play. Let's see.
Yeah, the Steelers are so bad. The NFL is like, we're just gonna put you on Saturday and get the misery over with.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, Zach Wilson's in concussion protocol. So question's going to be if he's better in time to start this week. Jalen Hurts playing tonight with the flu.
Has
Has
a
Goff
golf
played
played
every game?
I thought
Good
he
question.
did.
Do.
I was gonna say Bridgewater hasn't started yet.
Hopefully he doesn't.
He has played in 14 games. That
I know
would
there's a
be
couple, but well, they announced the big ones, obviously the main players, and then there's Jared Goff.
and then the MVG.
Yeah.
Who?
Anyway,
Who?
the most valuable golf.
Turn your head and golf.
Oh,
Okay, for Kansas City,
that's
Sky
Zoll's
Moore.
nickname for the Ohio team he's on next year.
Sky Moore's been placed on IR with a knee
Really?
injury. Yes, so I don't know who they're throwing to now.
Well, Kadarius Toney lines up on side, he'll be fine.
Well, I was gonna say Mr. Rice has been given a lot of attention.
McKinnon too.
Chris Olave's not practicing today. Still. I had it for a second and then I lost it. I'm going to see if I can come up to it again. But the kid from Baltimore, the running back, Mitchell.
Yep.
Mitchell.
Oh, that's just tears his ACL. Kid was doing really well too. I mean, he was like a decent outside runner.
I was gonna say I had him on one of my squads, and yeah, he was doing a really nice
It's
job.
like 8.1 yards per attempt. That's a shame.
It's so his balls out. Yep. Amen to that. Let's just keep it away from CMC.
Not go ahead.
They just showed an advertisement on Monday Night Raw for the NFL championship belts through WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed the Raiders one, and the first thought popped into my head was that's the closest the Raiders are ever going to get to a championship.
Well, a lot of them already have a belt or on their training camps and stuff like to display.
Well, now they've made up title belts for every team.
For every team.
Yeah.
They have them for every team.
The Lions ones actually doesn't look bad. With that blue, you guys have Honolulu blue?
Yeah.
Right, carry on.
Not an injury, but Nick Mullins has been confirmed as the starter for Minnesota for another week. Falcons. I don't know about the Falcons, man.
Speaking of the Falcons, did you guys see the pictures of that game 18 minutes before kickoff?
When there's nobody in the stands?
Yes,
Did you
with
see-
nobody there.
If I had been in Charlotte, I could have got 50-yard line seats on the first level for $22.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tickets in the upper levels of that stadium were going for as low as 40 cents.
Yep.
You spend the 40 cents and then just take your happy behind and walk down to the lower level and sit because there's nobody there.
No, but literally, I mean, you're paying for parking. Just feed the meter.
But that game was pretty awful as in the rain that they were getting.
Yeah. Atlanta, they're not officially moving on from Ritter as the starter, but it said the competition is back open. So whether it's Heineke or I can't remember who the hell else is there, it doesn't matter.
It's number 59 on the year.
Right.
I want 64 starting quarterbacks.
That would be awesome. That would just be incredible.
It would be wild.
Pacheco expected to start this coming week for
As
anybody that's
a breakout game.
As we said, Mitch Trubisky's been demoted and Kenny Pickett is still not ready to return. So Mason Rudolph's going to be the starter. Will Levis ankle sprain. It's the dreaded high ankle sprain. So we will see, but we're getting our picture taken.
No, I was texting somebody and I had my phone up so I could read it.
Gotcha.
At least I wasn't doing this when he was trying to read it.
What's that?
Doing the old.
No,
pulling it away.
that's my stepdad, and he has everything magnified to like 75%.
Holy crap.
Ouch. This hurts. I was wondering why something looked a little off. That's a big whoops. That's Geno Smith start.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. And
Is that you? Did you start Geno Smith?
No. This is me over here. That's Schrod's over there.
You hate to see it.
I mean, he did change his team to SOL since 1957.
No, I mean, that's his own fault.
That's it, yeah.
That's Andrew, isn't it?
Ouch. Oh, no. And look who's right on his bench with 519 points. Mr. Flacco.
Wacko for Flacco.
He told you to take it off.
That would have given him the win.
Flacco did 600 points?
Almost.
19.
He had 212 yards in the fourth quarter alone.
I know, but I mean, I have in my league, it was only like 22 points.
No, he would just be a little short.
Remember, Zolt, you're talking about your league.
I understand, but usually you multiply by 10 and it's at least
I got
roughly
you.
similar.
That's roughly the same thing.
Not today.
Right? The push-up double or nothing, I'm sure, match though is getting really interesting.
Oh dear.
It is getting very, very interesting.
You telling me neither one of these guys is going to break 1,000? Please, are these people in your playoffs? Did these people make it?
These guys are in the play. These guys are
kidding?
These, I know, Zolt. You're like, wait a minute, I lost to what?
No.
Playoffs?
No, I want an explanation from the selection committee. I really do, because this just doesn't make sense.
Call Annie.
This is brutal. Yeah, neither guy's gonna break it back.
I mean, I don't know what league it is, but I mean, I'm not saying my teams are world beaters, but both of them put up at least 1,200 points this week. For whichever one didn't make it.
Yeah.
Screw that.
That's tough.
No.
Madison came down, and I'm like, help me put him on the couch, please.
That's seriously tough.
For Jacksonville, other than Trevor Lawrence being in concussion protocol, Zay Jones had a hamstring injury in late.
Hey, do you guys want to see a dead body?
Uh-oh.
If the dog moves. Kirk, move. Come here. You see the boy over there?
Passed
Just
out.
face down on the couch. His little belly wasn't feeling good, so he sat on the floor with Christina and then fell asleep on her lap until her arms and legs fell asleep, and then she couldn't lift him.
No.
I think that's the end of the injury report, unless you guys have anything else.
I'm on the retroactive DL going back to Saturday.
That's fair. Yeah, understandable.
I was going to say Wyatt Teller with his back injury.
Whatever happened to Joe Bitonio? I know he
Or was it Antonio that had the back injury? It's one of the Browns.
Bitonio had the back injury.
Yeah, they said all Stefanski said in his press conference today was he's day-to-day. It's a lower back injury.
Speaking of injuries, and I'm glad we did this. So let's talk for a second about Frank Ragnow.
Yeah.
Who?
Dude, the Lions center.
The Lions center. This is Mr. 4 years ago had a fractured throat and played through it.
Yeah.
God.
No, he gets better. Listen.
This week, he played this week. He missed last week, and they didn't really disclose what happened other than it was a knee injury. He had a torn meniscus, had the surgery, and came back and started the game at center a week and a half later after the surgery.
He's
For a
playing the
torn
wrong
meniscus.
sport.
Like, I want to get that man's jersey just because he's a beast like that.
Send him down the street to the arena, put a pair of skates on him, and put him on the back line and let him be a goon.
I want to read you some stats though, because that's what I do. So far this year, the Detroit Lions, their starting 5 for the O line is Decker, Jackson, Ragnow, Glasgow, and Sewell. They've had those guys together for 5 games this season.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's O-line. People get hurt. It happens. Those 5 games when those guys have been together, the Lions are 5-0 with averaging 38.4 points a game, 421 yards a game, 179 rushing yards a game, and 5.5 yards per carry when those 5 guys are out there healthy.
Averaging. Not that's averaging.
And when those 5 guys are out there, Jared Goff has a passer rating of 121.7.
Oh God, you'd be like 13-3 at this point.
They're healthy now. Just let them stay that way and see what the hell happens.
Is that Glasgow? Is that the one from Michigan?
Well, there was 2 of them.
Yeah.
I think, didn't they both go to Michigan?
Yeah, I think.
So.
I'm pretty sure it did. The name sounded familiar.
I feel like Ragnow would have his arms ripped off in the middle of a running play in the pile, get up, and then snap the ball with the nubs.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
no, this dude would be the one that if he got his arms ripped off, would just high cross body somebody just to make the block, because he has no arms to do it.
It's between him and, I mean, Taylor Decker is not gonna shy away from anybody.
Right.
Penei Sewell is your second-year beast at the right tackle. And you know, say you're a guy in that locker room and, I twisted my ankle. I don't know if I can go today. You're going to say that in front of one of those guys?
No.
Offensive linemen have always been a bit weird anyway. Like,
Agreed.
Let's not pretend like this isn't normal behavior in an offensive lineman locker room.
No, absolutely right. It's just the stories when they come out, and I just looked it up just because I wanted to know. Frank Ragnow is 27, so he's got some years to go.
He's 27. God.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure we paid due to where it's deserved.
That's amazing.
Oh, I thought you were going to give credit where credit was due for your league too, where somebody was brave enough to actually bring up the point correction or the stat correction.
Yeah. I mean, we can discuss that if we want. Real quick. So anybody who doesn't know, there was a stat correction from the NFL midweek. Packers defense accidentally was given 2 points that they weren't supposed to have. And I will say this, Joe in my league who brought it up, Joe Schroeder, the other Shrods, I was because he noticed it because something went wrong with the website. So it's not like he's like, oh, hey, you need to fix this. No, it was fixing itself. So at the end of the week,
because it did give Adam the win.
Yeah,
right
it was
over. That was already
they were, as that day was going on, it was slowly fixing the whole thing. So there was times when things were right and things were wrong at the same time, which got really confusing, which is why I sent them a message. But so on Tuesday, the way it worked out, need to pause there. All right, you guys take it for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
No problem. I will change it up real quick, and because I know we will be getting into picks and everything else, I do want to bring this up because that's why we got it in the title. Draymond Green has gotten booted pretty quickly in the over 10-day stretch for a multitude of things. That
Well, he's indefinitely suspended.
What's that?
He was indefinitely suspended.
He said that they said right now that he was going to be in counseling.
He has to pass all that before he can come back.
Right. And I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, you're a great defender. Well, so is Dennis Rodman. But I mean, seriously, I mean, you're going through stupid stuff. I mean, to the point where you're even, in the beginning of this, you're getting involved. Dude's sitting there messing with the other guy and he's choking. And this one comes over and that's a blatant. I mean, granted, this is WWE stuff right here.
I hate playing stuff so bad.
I think that that Golden State Warriors team is starting to implode. You've had so much success, and I think now they're starting to implode and getting to the point where they're coming back down. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect them, but I hate them in the same sense, too.
I don't even respect them because they've played like this for a very long time and gotten away with it. And now people aren't putting up with it anymore, and they want to cry wolf and victim.
Yeah. But I still don't get what the hell Draymond was thinking when he punched, what's his name, from Phoenix right here.
Right. This was just stupid. I mean, and it's like, I'm sorry, but no, you made a fist and you were going for this guy. It's like, yeah, he's hand checking you. Big deal. You don't turn around and make a full on contact sucker punch.
Windmill.
Do not do that. I mean, come on. I mean, in street ball, that'll get you jumped by the boys and then some,
right?
Or worse. That's just flat out ridiculous.
I didn't see what he was doing that bothered him so much that like he would do that.
Right. I mean, there was not that much. He's just sitting there, just pushing on the hand check. That happens all the time. I mean, come on.
Well, they say he's got an anger management problem. Because think about the whole thing with Jordan Poole.
Well, I mean, like we just said, he's going for his counseling or whatever. But I mean, okay, so he goes for counseling. Still, you can't have a guy like this just blowing up and it's okay. You got to remember, you still have young kids watching this. Kids even. For example, like Bryce is watching this stuff and he's like, what the heck's going on?
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
see?
Yeah. But I mean, when you've got that many, yeah, you should be suspended. And they were talking about it this morning, a couple of days ago saying, well, the 5-game suspension should have been more. It should have been 10.
Just suspended for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but you've got to do something else. Right. Well, you've got to do, and you have to do something else because you cannot come back and play this game. If you can't play this game right, you don't play.
Well, and think about it too. I mean, yeah, okay, big whoop. You fine him $100,000. What is that? That's really not even shit to him. No offense,
They said $3 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, that's a lot, yes, but that's not hurting his bank account that much.
No, but 3 mil is one heck of a. That is a larger number than
normal.
Most of this stuff is usually. I mean, you see it all the time in the NFL. It's like, you got 40,000, 50,000. You don't hear too much of 3 mil, you know.
Right.
Scott, well, you brought it up. I didn't.
Holy crap! Last I knew it was 17.
Nope. It's up to 23. And they're getting close to that 27 number.
They'll get to 26 and get a win.
It's 26, and they'll tie with the Cavs and everybody else. But I mean, they started 2-1 and then haven't won since. Yeah. You've gone 2-1 and have not won one game.
I thought they were supposed to have a decent team.
That's what I thought. Even I'm sitting there going, wow. And I mean, it's not like any of them are close, Adam. They're not even close.
You get blown out.
Yeah. They're not even close. And that's not, I mean, who do you blame it on?
Listen, Adam, it's basketball. It's not that important anyway.
It's like NASCAR. Oh, did I say that out loud?
NASCAR isn't that important. It just happens to be the sport I really like.
Where'd it go?
NBA and Golden State are to blame for letting this go on so long.
Sorry, I got a thing on. I get some Twitter notifications now and then, and it said that the number 1 team in the college football playoff semifinals is 7-2. Just throwing it out there.
Uh-oh. I'm here so I don't get fired.
Fine, I'll start tagging you, Jason.
I was gonna say, Jason, if I go through and start doing that, I know that my internet thing glitches. So I'm not sure on how to get it to tag anymore.
And we still love you, Jason, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I purposely I do not have Facebook open simultaneously with the StreamYard anymore. So I cannot get to the video piece to tag anybody. So I do apologize. Yeah. Chipper, I'm sorry. You missed the earlier part of the show where we turned around and totally destroyed and bashed the Steelers.
You do the same too.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. We covered that one. And Zolt promptly was looking for the memes of Rudolph pulling the Steelers sleigh. We can't wait for that meme. We know it will be the ultimate Christmas ornament on every Steelers fan tree.
Everything good, Dave?
Yeah, just had to go help out with something real quick.
Somebody woke up, didn't he?
More like it still hasn't gone to sleep yet.
and we are at the age.
Yeah, if y'all have any tips as to how to not, when he wakes up in the middle of the night and decides he's just going to crawl into bed with y'all 2-3 times a night.
That's that.
We'll talk.
We started putting barbed wire, Constantine wire around our bed. And if the kids can crawl through it, then they earned it.
Oh,
anyway, the story, and I'm going to try to make it a brief.
You just get a cat bell for him, Zolt. Put it around his neck when he goes to bed, and then you hear it jingling.
No, the thing is, we know when he's coming. We can hear him coming down the hall. It's more along the lines of, I'd like to not have this happen at 3 a.m, 4:30 a.m. Yeah. Anyway, so Joe's in 4th. I can't remember who was in 5th place. Adam, you were in 6th place.
The last spot.
Which is the last playoff spot. Everybody past that is out of it. Joe was playing Adam last week. Joe wins by 1.5 points.
No, it was literally. Oh, was that what it was?
It was between 1 and 1.5. It was like
I know. I went to bed. I had 129.10, and he had 129.34.
It was ridiculous. It was a really close match.
Yeah.
So Joe goes to 4th. Adam goes to 6th. Now with the stat correction, All of a sudden, Joe loses that matchup. Adam wins by about a point. He goes to 8-6, bumps up to the 4th spot. Joe goes back down to 7-7, goes to the 6th spot, except team in the 7th spot had the same record, and the tiebreaker is points 4. Adam had him beat. Joe did not. So, due to a 2-point stat correction, the other Schroeder went from the number 4 seed and in the playoffs to number 7 seed and out of the playoffs over the span of about 40 minutes on Wednesday.
Something like that.
Wednesday afternoon.
And George gets his ass whooped.
Ah,
That's all you had to say.
well, I mean,
That's all you got to finish it. And George gets his ass whooped.
I mean, I told Team Auto Draft was just Farler. He's the one that got in due to that, who was in 7th and was now in 6th. He's like, I feel bad for the guy. I'm like, he's like, I should, like, if I win, I should pay like part of his entry. I'm like, you owe him a beer though. I can tell you that.
Right.
I was gonna say, because I beat Farler,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's
That
what
was just
got into that.
But anyway, that was that whole story. Yeah, it's crazy how that happens, especially when it happens after everything is said and done, and then all of a sudden,
Oops. Yeah, it sucks. But like I said, your group, it's a classy group, Zolt, and everybody knows that. Hey, this kind of crap's gonna happen.
Check the private chat, by the way, Zolt.
oh, I replied.
Oh, smart man. We didn't.
I didn't.
No, we've gone ahead and covered the Draymond Green thing while you were
Yeah, I mean that's just dumb, but yes.
gone. Yeah, we knocked it out faster than Draymond could spin around and hit the gun.
All right, let's go through these picks rapid fire.
Okay. All right. I don't have days for these, so I'm assuming there's only one Thursday game. Is there a Thursday game this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saints at the Rams.
Saints.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta go Rams. The Rams are hot. The Rams,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
hard to stop them right now.
they're strangely back on track, which does concern me a little bit. And hopefully the 49ers won't have to tinker with them too much.
Quick question then for those of us who, partake in such things. Where are you drafting Kyron Williams right now? Next year?
Depends on where I'm picking.
Gibbs will be a first rounder next year. You got that Gibbs guy who I think is really going to be a good first rounder next year.
Anyway, Rams, Saints, and George. Who are you taking? Rams, Saints?
Yeah, it's in LA. Give me the Rams.
Okay. And Adam, you said Rams.
I said the Staffords.
Saturday game, I'm guessing. Bengals,
Yeah.
Steelers.
Yep, the first Saturday game at 4:30.
Bengals at the Steelers. That's an injury thing that we didn't talk about. Jamar
Chase.
Chase. Separated shoulder, but they're calling him day to day.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know how that works.
Serious.
Yeah.
That's a lot of athletic tape. That's all I'm saying.
And Mason Rudolph.
And Mason Rudolph throwing for the Steelers.
Go Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals are favored by 2.5 on the road. I go with the Bengals. The total for this one's only 38.5, so low scoring. Bruiser, Bengals, Steelers.
Bengals.
Okay, double-digit spread time.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Bills at the Chargers. You've got Easton Stick back there. Austin Eckler had the worst possible game at the worst possible time.
Yes, he did.
And it's
Josh
like,
Palmer
okay,
did good.
Yeah, I know. I saw Palmer did really good. So who's now filled in for the coach at this point?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Interim head coach.
Yeah, interim head coach. I
Give me
don't
the
think
Chargers.
the rule is going to apply.
The Chargers.
I
Give
don't
me the
think the
Chargers.
rule. I
Let's
don't
go.
think the rule is going to apply. No.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Oh,
I got to catch Adam anyway. Let's go.
You're braver than I. No, I'm going Buffalo. No, I just can't. Buffalo is really pushing it right now.
I'm circling the wagons.
No, straight up, Scott.
Bills, by the way, are favored by 11.5.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
On the road. On the road. I mean, tell me that freaking stadium crew isn't going to be busting their nuts. Hurry up, do the field on Thursday, and then have to hurry up and change it for Saturday. It's like, oh no, you don't get that nice little extra day to couple days to relax. And I mean, at least all you got to do is just change the end zones,
Right.
center field logo. You'll be all right.
All right. Colts at the Falcons. Colts, I believe, tied for the lead. Was a 3-way tie now for the lead in that division?
3-way tie with 8-6.
Yeah, all Jacksonville had to do was win last night, and they would have been fine.
Right. Yeah, Bruiser, I saw that. I'm not going anywhere near that.
On the list of dumb things that you could say.
I saw a comment on there. It's like, wow, CTE? Anybody? Because anyway, just saying. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh no.
Not touching that.
Oh.
Well, did you see the Buffin boys? Calm down a minute. Good Lord.
Oh no. Oh no. You know me.
Will Compton already came up with our team.
Oh,
he was
did he?
Oh,
he's on TikTok and he's got it. He brings out the whole team.
So it's like, and we were trying not to go near it.
Oh no. Dude is done. Done.
It was good seeing y'all. I'll
Dude,
catch you next week.
he will be out. He will be gone.
Is he in? Is he actually anywhere? Is he playing
He
anywhere?
didn't play for anybody.
Yeah.
No, he don't play.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What an idiot. Absolute idiot.
Anyway, Colts Falcons. I haven't heard yet if Jonathan Taylor's going to be back yet.
I don't think it matters.
It might not, but it would make it even more fun.
I mean, it would be fun for fantasy people, but guess what? Nobody gives a rat's rear.
I mean, I do. I'm still in it.
He said,
I didn't do it.
Well, in my other leagues, I'm still in all three. I may be losing one out of the three against Adam, but
all right. Head coach. It's Shane Steichen, right? Steichen. Okay. He said Taylor's thumb is quote unquote feeling good. We'll see how the week goes. They were questioning whether he'd be ready for this past week. So I'm thinking we'll probably see some limited practice during the week, and then he'll be good to go for the weekend.
I'm still taking the Colts. The Falcons.
I'm taking the Colts regardless, I think. Anybody
Colts,
taking
for sure.
Yeah.
Mississippi Mania.
I love the one article I saw. I got to see the clickbait crap was, hey, does Minshew and Baker Mayfield both have starting jobs in other teams next year? Where the hell did that come from?
I'm just so sick of hearing Baker's name. He doesn't play for Cleveland anymore. Let him do what he's doing in Tampa. He's not our problem anymore.
Right. He's the best in a crappy division.
Did you hear Baker had a perfect passer rating this week?
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have saved that for when they're doing Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Packers at the Panthers. Panthers trying to create a winning streak.
And they won't. Go
After what the Green Bay Packers did, Jesus. I mean, what kind of freak circus? 1 week you look like, you're a contender, and the next week it's like, I'm sorry, are you the New England Patriots?
I mean,
the NFC?
you'd almost think they've got a first-time quarterback back there.
Well,
it's
touche.
just, it is
I'm
what it
sorry,
is.
the Bengals have a guy who's a first-time quarterback.
Yeah, had I started him, I probably would have beat you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But no, I decided to believe in Dak and the stupid Cowboys.
That was still a shocker. I'm not going to lie to you.
I didn't expect them to get beat that bad, though.
Yeah, I was blown away with how bad they got smoked.
I hate to give bad stats, but I'm pretty sure I remember this right. They're now 1-3 against teams that are over 500 this year.
Dallas is?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Fraud.
And they haven't been on the road yet.
Yeah, the road is bad.
And we'll see that they're still on the road this week.
At Miami, right?
We're not there yet. Still Packers, Panthers. Packers are favored by 4.5 on the road. Low number 36.5. I got
Watson
Packers
in or out, and Reed is out or doubtful. And I mean, Jesus, how many different wide receivers does this dude got that are out injured? I mean, Watson just cannot stay on the field to save his
life. Drop him.
Great rookie year, really bad sophomore jinx.
Well, I mean, he's working on a hamstring injury, and we know how those go.
Yep.
Not a clue. Won't know till they start practicing, because he didn't practice all week last week. So,
I was pressing my luck with the Panthers last week, but I'm not stupid. Give me Green Bay this week.
Jaden Reed, toe injury?
Yeah, I mean, it was Atlanta versus the Panthers. I took a shot. I came out on the plus side of that.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, anybody want the Panthers at all?
No.
Ever? No.
The only reason George won that pick that week was because they got Arthur Smith. I think that'll be the next dude to get fired.
I mean, he's working his way there.
Yeah.
Browns at Texans.
The Browns.
I don't like this game.
If CJ starts, I'm taking the Texans.
See, it's like this could be that trap game, and it's like, I mean, the Browns. I thought their slip and fall game was last week, but
and they almost did.
Well, it's like what I had to turn around and leave the house and do a basketball game. By the time we got to the basketball game at St. Ed's, it was like, what the heck did we miss? What did we miss? A lot, apparently. So it's like the more I don't watch the Browns, the better the Browns do. Go figure.
Don't watch Sunday.
I know what that's like.
Adam and I actually, when we started the show, we talked about this a little bit, and I said I think that they kept CJ out this extra week, and we're making sure that he was really going to be good to go for this game. I think last week they looked at it as we could probably do it without him. They barely did it, but they still did. I think CJ is ready to go this week too, and that's yeah. If CJ is playing, yeah, this one's tough. I mean, honestly, it really is tough. I mean, right now, Flacco is doing very much enough to turn around and make things happen. So, I mean, in one aspect, I'm not looking Ed Flacco is a slacker, that's for sure. And
Who got it?
Walker.
Sweet.
Oh, he's finally decided to play again, huh? I don't
Put the
know.
damn
I'm
Thompson.
still gonna. I think I'm still gonna take Cleveland. I think I'm still taking Cleveland on this. I mean, yeah, I've been back and forth about it, believe it or not, but it's like, if CJ is like super healthy, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
But
that's
man,
kind of the way I'm looking at it.
what are they? Well, I mean, it's early yet, but I mean, until they've really confirmed the CJ's playing, the points are.
Yeah, they haven't. Today was an off day, so no practice, no nothing. So who knows? We won't know till tomorrow, Wednesday.
What are the points right now?
Texans are favored by 2.5 at home.
With Case Keenum.
The total is 42.5. No, I don't think Vegas thinks Keenum is starting. I think they think Stroud is starting.
Stroud starting. Yeah.
If it was Case Keenum, you guys would be favored. No doubt in my mind.
I'm taking the Texans. I'm not even going to think twice.
I
Browns
agree with you. I think Stroud starts. Stroud starts, and it's
going to be a good damn game.
I agree.
I'm liking Vegas. I think it's going to be a little higher because I think both will tag over 24. I think.
And I can't wait. I'm so excited that in 2 weeks, CJ Stroud will finally get to make it to Indy.
What? I'm sorry, you broke up. What did you say?
I said in 2 weeks, CJ Stroud finally gets to make it to Indy.
You knew I had to, bro.
Bruiser, Browns, Texans.
I already said Browns.
Oh, sorry. There was a lot of talking there.
I said it at the very beginning.
That's why I forgot it. Oh, so we both tried to show that at the same time.
Well, I was going to say. Wow, his internet.
What did you do? What did you do?
I didn't
booted
do
him again.
His internet. That's the second time. You missed it earlier. His internet. The snowstorm is kicking his butt over there in Ridgeville.
I think he has a shot. I mean, it would take me too long to find the numbers, but his touchdowns for this year.
If Tank Dell,
he's in rarefied air now.
Yeah, if Tank Dell did not get injured, I think it'd be hard pressed to go between CJ, Tank, Sam. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, it would be a good dog. That'd be a good dogfight conversation.
Adam, I apologize for him kicking you again.
No, it was my own fault. Unless he did kick me because I was pushing buttons. I'm on my phone because our internet went out of the house because of the snowstorm. And it's 2 weeks. I had to go to my phone, and I'm trying to get back from one thing to another. And it was like, now I'm not even in the room anymore. What the heck did I do? I'm not touching nothing the rest of the show.
Yeah, we were just clicking on this comment, and all of a sudden you went bye bye. I was like, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, if CJ finishes out the rest of the season and gets Houston to the playoffs, I mean, he got both guys in the playoffs. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard pressed. It's like who do you roll with, kind of thing. But
Laporta's he's making waves, and obviously people know his name now.
He's making Gronk waves.
I mean, he's
getting there.
Long way to go.
No, but I mean, Gronk was booming it when he first launched his rookie year. So yeah, I'll say it. I'll give him the credit. I'll say it.
I do want to point out real quick though, if Laporta wasn't around, how much would we be talking about Trey McBride? Granted, he's come on probably I'd say the past 4 weeks.
He got injured once Kyler came back.
I mean, as far as rookie tight ends go, I mean, is not quite the same echelon just because he did not play early in the year. But once they found him,
Yeah.
it's actually a good point. Does he have a chance? Sure. He's not going to beat out CJ Stroud
No.
for offensive rookie of the year.
Well, speaking of the Lions,
Speaking of them, I ain't to them yet.
Zolt has his own line the way he goes in order.
I've got my own list. Seahawks at the Titans.
Oh God.
The Titans?
Yes. Seattle favored by 2.5. Your number's 42.5.
The eliminated Titans.
Yes, the eliminated
The
Titans.
eliminated Titans.
So who's going to start, Malik Willis or Tannehill?
I thought Tannehill was the backup at the moment. Wasn't Tannehill the backup still? I thought they said Tannehill was going to be the
I mean, they did say he would be. However, things kind of change.
I was going to say it's Tennessee.
I'm saying, being that you're out of the playoffs, why throw Tannehill out there to injure his old self and just let Malik Willis play?
Well, and if has Willis played yet this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He did?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, hey, wait a minute. We're getting closer to that 60.
Yeah, he started a couple of games, and that's why they went to Levis.
Yeah, he made it in 3 games. He went 4 for 5 in 3 games.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And 5 rushes for 21 yards.
Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Sea Chickens too, just because I don't know the stability at quarterback in Tennessee.
Yeah, I think it's just the number of questions with Levis and the high ankle sprain.
I think it's more serious.
I mean, Mike Vrabel's got to just be scratching his head going, Jesus, now what? It's like one more damn thing. I mean, they're still looking for another damn wide receiver.
Yeah, then you get me started on Hopkins not showing up this week.
Well, that was supposed to be the big savior, and he's come up to be a big goose egg.
He had a good game last week on Monday night, and then nothing this week. 4 points.
Yeah, but one every 4 weeks, really?
Believe me, I know. I'm regretting not taking his sorry ass out to put somebody else in, because then it cost me some fantasy points and wins.
All right, I actually found the stat I was looking for. Going back to Sam Laporta real quick. First rookie tight end in NFL history to have 70 receptions, 750 yards, and 9 touchdowns in a season. Go ahead. Yeah. Only 15 rookies total have ever finished with 10 plus receiving touchdowns, and that includes wide receivers. So, again, you're not going to top CJ Stroud unless Stroud just self-destructs or gets hurt for the rest of the year, and even then you might.
He's an Ohio State quarterback. Bad things happen when things get tough.
Oh, that's it.
No. My bad.
What did I do?
I went to bring him back before he left, and he disappeared, and I clicked you.
Well,
that I was like, no, he knew he knew what he was doing.
He was angling for it.
Yeah, he was 100%.
I don't know why I feel Titans. I think Seahawks just play down to the competition.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, Geno will probably start next week. I mean, they cleared him for tonight, but
yeah, last minute they put out Drew Lock.
But they're still put Drew Lock out there. So yeah, I figured they're pretty much figuring they're gonna get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we'll save him. We won't let him get beat up by Philly, and It's a 10-10 tie now, so we're just waiting to see what happens there. If they win, then shoot. Okay, yeah, you're going to start Geno next week. I think they're starting Geno either way, but I'm sticking with Seattle.
Sorry, Commanders Jets. Does anybody want to watch this game?
Jesus. I didn't know you could have two crappy teams like serious. Well, wait a minute. We did have the Patriots and the Steelers. Okay.
Well, who's starting for the Jets?
Who's starting for the Commanders?
I'm assuming Sam Howell is still starting for the Commanders. I mean, why wouldn't they? As far as I know, he's not hurt.
Is McLaurin actually going to score some points?
No.
Again?
No.
He had
No,
a good week. He had a good
Samuel
week.
points.
He had a great week last week. I saw him on a lot of people's benches this past week, and
Well, yeah, because he hasn't done squat the entire year.
see, I think the NFL committee is going to go back to this little ordeal, and they're going to go, you know what? We're going to put
No more.
rule back into effect where no, you cannot push a guy like they had to start when they started playing football.
That means Jalen Hurts got another touchdown.
Yep. So they turn around and do that where they say, no, you cannot push the guy anymore. They're going to go, okay, there's going to be no more tush pushes. You have to earn it on your own.
I don't think it's going to be enough to come back and beat you, but
Was it UCLA quarterback Dante Moore?
yeah, he went to Oregon.
Yeah, he's committed to Oregon.
Which is kind of surprising considering how they got to keep Oklahoma.
Yeah. No,
because everybody thought he was coming to Michigan because of how he's from Michigan. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not sold on JJ going pro.
No, me neither. I mean, you look at how many kids have already come out. I mean,
and like I mentioned, I think before you jumped on, is that I guess Harbaugh had asked him about if he had thought about it, and he said the only thing I'm thinking about right now is Alabama. I'm like, good answer, good answer.
Good answer.
Oh, Adam, there's plenty of time.
I don't know. Commanders, Jets. Jets are actually favored by 3 at home.
I was gonna say like half.
Know something. I mean, Jets have a good
Rodgers?
defense. Oh, that could be. That could be.
Because he got to have by was it Wednesday? They got to have him on the 53-man roster.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right, because they opened up that window, and it's been 3 weeks.
Hey, Sam.
Hey,
What's
Sam.
going on?
You too, buddy.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Well, if we're talking Aaron Rodgers, then I'm going Commanders.
That is so wrong.
Damn, that was a resounding quick answer.
That was a turnaround. That's what that was. I flipped. I flipped my commit.
Oh, God, it's so hard because you don't know who's going to. If it's Tim Boyle, I'm not picking the Jets.
Right.
Or Trevor Siemian, whoever. Oh, God.
I mean, wouldn't that be just off the wall wild if they just went, yep, Aaron Rodgers is starting, and everybody went, huh?
I don't see why you would do it now that you're eliminated from the playoffs. I would just let him sit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. How much money has he been losing by sitting so far because he was injured? You know you're losing money in that ordeal.
Not much. I'm going to go Commanders, and then I might flip it depending on Sunday how it looks, depending on who's quarterback. I think even if Zach Wilson starts, I would still pick the Jets.
Breece Hall can run through this line like nobody's business. And after the expletives of one of the defensive linemen from Washington last week, yeah, I think Washington's pretty much quit on the coach. So give me the Jets.
Here you go.
Give me the Jets.
Detroit Lions at Minnesota Vikings. Will the real Vikings quarterback please stand up?
Oh my God.
Lions found their mojo. Now can they do it 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
That is the question.
Yep.
Surprisingly, at least to me, the Lions are only favored by 3.
Wow. Oh, it is on
I
the
feel that's a wrong number.
Yeah. I mean, what? Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm still taking the Lions. You can give the Vikings
Yeah,
10, and
I was thinking more along the lines of 6.5 or 7.5.
Yeah, it's kind of. I was like the 6 to 7,
6 to
anywhere
7.
in there. I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, give me Leo's.
I mean, because this win puts them in, period, lock, stock, and barrel. So
Yeah, regardless of anything else.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, if
It's-
Seattle loses tonight, they're in. But yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're one win away from winning the division. So
Yeah, this puts them
Yeah.
with the division win. And there's
Or-
20.
ooh, this is Detroit. We
Who
set
do you-
records.
Who do you fire though? Who do you fire?
just burn it all down.
Seriously. I mean, I'm going to say it. Since Dumar's left, it's been a shit show.
As it is, you eliminate the TV contract, so nobody has to watch this crap anymore.
Who's their coach?
Oh, they just hired what the hell's his name? Literally made him. What, didn't they make him the highest paid coach in the NBA?
Or do they really?
And that's part of some of the the gossip people are saying that Monty Williams, that's who they hired.
Wow.
They
Holy cow! 78.5 million.
That's kind of the rumor mill is saying that he's perfectly okay if they lose every damn game because he wants the GM gone. Because you're not going to fire him because you literally just gave him everything. 6 years, 78.5.
Basically.
Wow. That is wow. That's insane.
You can pay me half of that, or you can give me $500,000. I'll go out and lose every week.
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry, but I can do better. I've got a great track record coaching basketball. I'm good. Let's go. Holy crap.
All right, next game.
Scott says
You're not wrong. I don't necessarily think that has anything to do with it, but you're not wrong.
like I said, I think ever since Joe left, it was falling apart. Since Dumar's left.
Jags at the Bucks. Does Trevor Lawrence play?
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I think I think Beathard will be fine. It's Tampa Bay. Give me the Jags.
Okay, Adam.
I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Bakers.
I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Mike Evans
Or
the Tampa Bay Chris Godwins.
Yeah, because I had both in fantasy leagues this weekend. And Godwin was so quiet. Like, I did not even know until I went and checked. And I'm like, oh, where did that come from?
Bucks are actually favored by 1.5. Numbers 43.5. Granted, they're at home. But yeah, I think I'm going with the Bucks. I mean, at least until the Jacksonville situation figures itself out.
Yeah, well, the real Jaguars, please stand up.
Okay, we've got the fraud game.
Uh-huh.
The Dallas frauds at the Miami frauds.
Miami.
Who's going to win?
Give me Miami. Give me Miami at home, baby.
Yeah, I'm not picking Dallas on the road again, so I'm going Fins all day.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in agreement with you. I'm going to take Miami. Miami is favored by 1.5 at home. This is the total 51. This is the first time I've seen above 50 in I don't know how many weeks. I mean,
Been a while.
it's been a
wow.
long time now.
They are expecting a major shootout, apparently, huh?
Yes. Tyreek's
Defense
going to be running all over the place.
Is he though?
Pollard, Mostert, Waddle.
Oh, yes.
CD.
Let's talk Mostert for a second. Was it 20 touchdowns now?
20.
He has more offensive touchdowns than the Jets and the Giants and the Panthers. He himself. More, I don't mean running touchdowns. I mean offensive touchdowns.
Yes. Great addition to the ESPN league.
And I'll tell you what, that's, he was good in San Francisco too.
It's going to be a shame when he breaks his
Showing that
kneecap.
He is good. Scott says, they may score.
They score 40 themselves. They might.
They might.
Here's a game you're going to turn into
Oh,
Cardinals at the
No.
Bears.
No.
I'm taking the Cards, by the way. I'm just going to throw this out there.
Oh,
I'm taking
God.
the Cards.
It's in Chicago.
In Chicago,
I know. I'm taking the Cardinals.
I'm taking the Bears.
Bears.
Straight.
No.
I mean, hey, and maybe Mooney will catch something this week.
I
I was
doubt
just
it.
say, even Marcy's going with the Bears. Even Marcy says the Bears. Yeah, no. Scary that the Cards are going to be sitting there looking at a quarterback again in the draft.
Okay. If that game didn't
Oh
turn
God!
on,
Rockstar
And-
Cupcakes. Yeah.
how about Patriots
Oh
Broncos?
God. I said I'm glad I'm at my brother's. It'll be background noise. That's it. It won't even have to be something I really need to focus on watching.
Hey, I mean, Bailey Zappi didn't look too bad Sunday.
He didn't.
What?
Bailey Zappi did not look horrible. He didn't.
I mean,
For that game.
It wasn't that all year with Mac Jones.
Zappy will need a Christmas miracle for the Patriots to beat the Broncos.
That's good.
And no, and don't rely on Ezekiel Elliott to give you anything because I found that out
Right.
firsthand.
Right.
Because I needed a running back and thought he was going to help, and nothing.
And
So I give her
I'm not
something.
even,
it up.
I'm not even giving you the spread. The total is 34.5.
As a
That's it.
spread?
No, the total is 34.5. I'm
I
not giving
thought
you the spread.
You
The spread
said
doesn't
the
matter.
spread, the total spread. I'm like, whoa.
Sorry.
hold on.
The number.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm taking Broncos. I mean, yeah, they looked like hell against Detroit, but that's because Detroit is just dominant.
It's in Denver.
The number, as in the over under, is 34.5.
It's in Denver.
Oh
It's
yes,
in
it's in Denver.
Yeah, it's in
Oh,
Denver.
please, you mean like snowing like a crazy son of a gun?
Great.
Oh my
Christmas
god.
Eve is
If it
so
is, oh my god. If it is, it'll be the ugliest.
a
Oh,
3 final.
oh god.
Thank you, Scott. Scott caught that.
I didn't see it. What did he say? Dominant.
Yes, because I said the Broncos are coming off a loss, but that's just because Detroit is just that dominant.
I mean, it's just weird to think like you guys beat the Broncos like that, but you couldn't do that to the Packers. Ruined my
It
things.
was a trap game. We weren't even thinking about
Or
that.
the Bears. Yeah.
I mean, nobody thinks about the Bears. All right, moving on. We got the Doug Kaufmans at the Kansas City Chiefs.
I
I'll tell you what.
I have no idea.
Oh.
The Raiders are playing Jekyll and Hyde. I don't, and it's
You
like,
mean
wait
they're
a
playing
minute.
Raider ball?
Yeah,
That's
like,
what it
wait a
is.
second. Hold on. How in the Blue Blazes? I mean, you get a 3-0 game against Minnesota,
Just scored 63.
And then you put up 60
and
something.
you put up 63 on the next one.
That's
Like,
because hang on. I can
were
explain.
they saving all the points?
No, I can. Well, maybe,
Against the
but
Chargers?
I can explain
God.
that. That's the Chargers sitting there going, you know what? We can finally get this fool out of here.
Yeah,
Just lay down.
we did.
Oh, oh my God. It was funny to see all the memes at halftime
Oh,
going,
yes.
well, they fired the coach at half. I'm sure they did.
Hey, can Travis Kelsey find the end zone? Does he know what it looks like?
Well, let's hang on. I watched Mahomes throw it to him twice out of 3 downs. And oh my God. Wow. Scott, you are ruffling feathers.
We
Oh,
had
John
it going. We were together. We were simpatico. Everything was
John,
fine, Scott.
John's not from Baltimore.
I was gonna say I don't know why Baltimore would get rid of him. I really
Yeah,
don't.
really.
Nice recovery. Nice recovery. Good recovery, fellas. Good recovery.
I mean,
Jay
Chiefs all
Harbaugh?
day. Chiefs. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say Jay Harbaugh. Wow, that's a promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I mean, Chiefs all day. Not only because I can't pick the Raiders, but just because Chiefs all
Oh,
day.
and don't forget, this time it's in Kansas City. Remember, George was trying to say that Kansas City doesn't play well in Vegas, and Kansas City still won. It was a close game, I think, if I remember correctly.
It was close.
And Pacheco's back.
Yes, that's going to be a big help to them.
That should be a
So
very
at this
big.
point, you have 3 running backs that can catch out of the backfield because you're losing all your wide receivers other than Rice.
Oh,
Scott's
here
right.
we go.
Scott's right.
Nope. Actually, Scott is not right. Forgive me, Zolt. I went ahead and I did some stats homework. Actually, it's 50-50. It's even money. It doesn't matter if Taylor's in the building or not in the building. It's equal.
They caught her dropping an F-bomb yesterday.
Yeah, well, guess what? It happens. Everybody
Hey.
swears.
Hey,
Deal.
that's how you know she's not faking it. She's a real football fan now.
That's right. She is.
Yeah, the spread is 10. Chiefs are favored by 10 at home. Fairly low number for this game, 42.5. So they don't expect the Raiders to score, obviously.
Well, I was going to say we didn't see 63 going.
And we ain't going to see it again.
Vegas didn't see it either.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's. I still think this is going to be another close one, but yeah, the Chiefs come on. Well, which officiating crew's been assigned for the game?
Oh, Jesus.
It
doesn't matter.
You
They're
know
all
that
the
rotation.
same.
It's back. It's back to that other group. So, yeah, I'll take the Chiefs unless. Can I have the refs?
No. If you're taking the refs, you're taking a tie. That's how that works.
Damn. Well, hey, it is the Raiders.
Hey,
Yeah.
well,
going
from one double-digit spread to another, the Giants at the Eagles.
God.
Oh, by the way, did you guys happen to catch in the Giants game on Red Zone? That the Browns' former punter actually was making field goals for the Giants yesterday.
Yeah,
Jamie Gillen.
Yeah, I saw that.
We ever got rid of him? The Scottish Hammer. It's like the greatest nickname ever.
Yeah, that was crazy with the Giants. They were trying out 6 different dudes for kicking field goals. They showed 6 different guys trying for field goals during halftime. That was
really
crazy. Yeah, they were testing 6 different guys to kick the field goals yesterday.
And you trusted the punter more than any of the 6.
Yep. That pretty much. I mean, hey, that's like Bryce. That's how he's gotten it. So.
Well, I mean, the Eagles are trying to get that. They're trying to get the division, so I would say they won't rest anybody just yet. Like, it's still too early for that. But yeah, I'm definitely taking the Eagles.
I was going to say, does anybody want the Giants? I mean, the Giants are playing better, but no.
Tommy Cutlass, man. Tommy Cutlass.
Okay. And I'm already sick of seeing his agent.
I just like the name.
I'd rather see Taylor again than seeing his agent again.
Oh,
in whatever the hell damn suit he's wearing.
Wow. 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 That's funny.
Okay, and so those last two games were actually on Christmas Day. So Christmas night, we have the potential Super Bowl matchup,
Mhm.
and we get it in prime time in Week 16. The Baltimore Ravens at San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
Start your engines.
I'm just taking the Niners because I already picked the Browns to lose, but I'm going to take the Niners just because I want to see Baltimore lose, and maybe I'll switch to the Browns and say we try to say we're going to come for the division. Wishful thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd have to have Baltimore lose out, I think, to even get close.
Yeah, I think that's what we needed to too.
They'll lose 2 of their final 3, but they ain't going to lose all 3 because there's no way Mason Rudolph in Pittsburgh is going to beat them.
No.
So 49ers are favored by 5.5 at home. And the number is 45.5. Right now I'm thinking Baltimore is the best team in the AFC. I said it before. When San Francisco is on, they're unstoppable. And right now they're on. So I don't think
They
Baltimore
had
can win
that
this
little 3-game boo-boo with
Yeah.
the Browns kicking them in the nards, and then they had that bye week and they went and got Chase Young, and I said it when it happened. That improves that defense, which helps, give a boost to your offense. And it's like, okay, like Adam said, pending any injuries. I mean, and I said it already. I said, yeah, okay, you've got your playoff seed, you got the division. Okay, that's nice. Until you've got a Lombardi trophy in your hand at the end of this season, I am happy that they are. I said, get rid of Garoppolo, you'll be fine. They got rid of Garoppolo, they're fine.
Oh, and CMC for MVP too, by the way.
I literally was just about to bring that up. Purdy is in the lead right now as far as the odds to win it.
Really?
Yes, I agree with you, Adam. I legit think between the two of them, CMC is the MVP. He's certainly the MVP for that team. I mean, yeah, Purdy's the quarterback. The offense revolves around CMC.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 100%.
Purdy's got best odds to win the MVP right now, with Lamar second. And then Dak fell to third after that showing.
Dak should have never been. We know Dak is turning into Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I really don't.
And what is it? Like, it's weird to think that what the Cowboys quarterback can never get over the hump.
It honestly, it could be one of those too much pressure down there, man.
Yeah, with Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, rounding out the five there, Purdy, Jackson, Prescott, Josh Allen is currently fourth, which people have short memories.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is fifth. Mahomes is sixth, and then McCaffrey is seventh.
There's no way he should be that low.
He should not. He should.
No.
He should be up. He should at least be top three right now.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean,
you want to make the argument that he's a running back. I get it. At the same time, though.
Yeah, if he goes down, I mean, granted, you've got some very serviceable running backs behind it, but it's just still not the same.
The most valuable player should go to the team that is. Really.
Hey, I'm not going to laugh. He's 11th.
Okay.
He's 11th in the league right now for odds.
Well,
odds to win MVP.
Marcy agreed. Marcy said fourth at minimum.
I guess the reason I kind of chuckled per se is because I went as soon as he said, "What about golf?" I immediately went to the Packers game.
No,
Like
understood.
I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Again, short memory.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. A pair of a pair of Miami players are above Goff. Both Tua and Tyreek. Yeah.
Well, they were saying that Tyreek might break the record this year for most receiving yards in the season. I mean, obviously not. I don't know if it will now, considering he missed the game yesterday. I think they said he was on pace to get like over 2,000 yards.
He was.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was. Yeah, he's at 1,500, 1,542.
I don't think he'll get it now.
Yeah, quick projection shows rest of season with 256 more. So that would put him at 17, just over 1,800.
So a hell of a lot of yards per season.
It's a hell of a lot for a season in which he's only played 13 games so far.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, I remember as soon as I turned on Red Zone on Sunday, oh, look at that. Jalen Waddle. Waddle's down.
Right.
I'm like, seriously? But he came back, I think, didn't he? 'Cause he caught that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He came back. Eagles still up 17-10 with 11 to go.
I'm surprised it's that close. But then again, with Jalen being sick.
Yeah, he got another rushing touchdown, so.
That is all the games, folks. That's everyone. I can't make up more. I could start going into week. You want me to do week 16?
No,
Week 17?
Well,
what about?
we will not have a show next week because it is Christmas.
And we will not have a show in 2 weeks because that's the road.
I'm sorry. I like being married. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not losing. No, ain't.
And then we have the Rose Bowl and the other bowl with Texas the week after.
The other bowl.
Oh, and that'll be fun to be talking that on New Year's.
Do we pick those 2 games just for the hell of it?
Michigan, Texas.
I was gonna say Michigan, Texas for me. Yeah,
I'm sticking to my 28-24 Michigan win.
I don't think it's gonna be that close. I don't think it's gonna be that close. I think Michigan.
I'm trying to get disappointed if we like. I mean, we could easily get boat race. We could beat them by a couple scores. I don't know, but I'm just trying to stay even keel. That way, I'm not, And then I don't know why. And Bruiser might get mad at me for this. I got this weird feeling Washington, for some reason, is going to upset Texas. Or I wouldn't even call it an upset because they're number 2 in the country, but they're just I think they're going to beat them. As long as it's not Bama and Texas in a rematch, I don't care.
No, after watching how Washington has played, I don't think so. And
maybe I'm just saying that because I don't want to deal with Bruiser's mouth for a week. Michigan and Texas and us going back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's going to definitely be that. You too, Marcy. Have a Merry Christmas too, and a Happy New Year.
Yeah,
like I said,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
We will not be around next week. Enjoy the Christmas holiday. We'll see you on the New Year, though.
See you in a couple weeks.
We'll see you at some point.
We'll be looking at the 8th.
No, January 1st.
I don't know that I'll be here New Year's Day, but we'll see. Anything's possible.
I know. I mean, depending on if Michigan wins or loses, it all depends on if. Bruiser will be watching the Texas game.
Oh, it'll be fun. It'll be tons of fun.
Do you have the sensors ready because there's going to be a lot of bombs dropped that night?
It's the internet. What do you need sensors for? Do you know what show you're on?
Sometimes I forget. Flip up.
Yeah. Nope. Gents, have a Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Same.
and everybody
Go.
else. Yep,
Go
I
Blue.
was gonna say I'm pulling for Michigan and Texas. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I mean, yes, of course, yeah, it'll be fun if it's Adam versus Bruiser, but I mean, seriously, no. I believe that that's who we're going to get for our national championship game too. I think it'll be one of the best games. I mean, they really do need a very good championship game, and I think that is
Yeah.
the best matchup. I really do.
You're not wrong.
5-7.
Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, especially for it being the last quote unquote final four for a playoff.
Right.
So,
All right, boys. I'll see you on that note.
catch y'all on the flip side. See you in the new year.